So currently we have hello world and I want to create a button. So how can I do that? So I guess I'll search button React. um, it's not React Native, I believe. How to make a button React. Does it count as React Native? Alright, sure. I'll give it a try. Okay. I'm just gonna see if I paste this in, if it would work. Okay, so I'm early getting a lot of errors. Button is button type in React. Is this a thing? Okay. Um, alright, so far we're not even getting close to what I want to do. Okay, so if I just try pasting this in, um, oh, because it only can have one. Okay, so I guess I'll put this button inside this div, right? Cannot find the name button. Okay, it's cool. Um, how to make a button React. How to make a button in React. Okay, React documentation. All right, so we're gonna go old school because searching off that did not work. All right, can you please load? I got content to make. I got things to do. Um, okay, there you go. Let's see if grab the UI perhaps. Component. UI building blocks. Okay. I know how to do that. Yep. Search bar. No, I don't need this right now. Find the component image. Do I need to create a button with HTML? Is that how it works? Okay. How to make a, a button HTML. Let's see. I believe it's just like this then. Is that actually what appears? Oh, I guess that's what the CSS, right? So let's see what happens if we do this. Class. Okay, we're just gonna delete this. And okay, so far there's no error. Let's see what that does. Favorites. Okay. And how do we make the oh um hmm. How to make a button in yeah. Is it different with how Next works? I don't think so. Okay, well this is kind of embarrassing. I'm not sure. Am I allowing to use this? Yeah, I'm gonna use it. I know it's like not okay. This is not really like AI. Sure. Um, button on click. Yeah, it's in React, right? Okay. We're gonna. Okay, wait. Actually, it feels like I'm cheating. Button. Yes, yes. Finally. Yeah, I think React Native is like the same thing. Wait. So maybe I'll just try just inputting itself. client alignment button. React. Are there buttons with in React? Not native. Okay, so I guess because difference between React and React Native. The primary difference is that React is a JavaScript library used to build web applications that run in the browser, whereas React Native is an open source framework. Okay, that doesn't really tell me much, I feel like. While they both share syntax, component space design, and state management rendering. Okay. So difference is styling. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna close that. Okay, we're gonna use this button. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm allowing myself to use this. I guess when I mean no AI, we're not allowing like asking Claude, hey, can you code this? Okay, button. Why is there a slash here? And then handle click. Const. Okay, no, okay, I'm already breaking my rule of not allowing to copy and paste code, kind of. Okay, I believe this is how it works right here. And let's see if this works. Oops, I close something else. Put it. And all right. This would be a client. Event handlers cannot be passed. Ooh, it's gonna be a long episode. Okay. You need to use client. Where do I need to add that? Down here? Like, what? Oh, I guess like down here. Use client because okay, so because okay, to start making a bug sheet. Oops, where is it? What was that here? Bug sheet. First is this where problem where we're gonna have button event handlers cannot be passed to client props. spam. Why? Well, this is because components by default in Next are server side, and since button is client size, it needs to have a use client added. Yeah, I probably won't go this in depth for everything, but I believe I should do something. Okay. But yeah, I just want to have a bug sheet, so you know it's useful. All right, so hopefully if I save this, go to where is it? It is right over here. All right, so there's already a use client. On click. All right. I'm just gonna read this real quick. I'm a little too lazy to speak, so I'm just gonna read it. Okay, perhaps I should take this slow course. Yeah. How long are we in the video? All right, 13 minutes and I can't even build a button. That's kind of crazy. But here we are. It's the real struggle. Prerequisite. Okay. I join Discord. Start chapter 1. Okay, next is a flexible React network framework that gives you the building blocks to create fast, full stack web applications. Yes, I know that. Make this bigger. But what do we mean by this? Let's spend some time learning. Okay. Building blocks of a web application. There are a few things you need to consider when building modern applications, such as user interface, routing, data fetching, rendering, integrations, infrastructure, performance, scalability, developer experience. As each part of your application, you would need to decide whether you build a solution yourself or use other tools. So what is React? This is really good. What is React? React is a JS library for building interactive user interfaces. Yep. By use UI, we mean the elements that the user sees and interact with on the screen. Yep, so just like front end, logo, navigate, navbar, sidebar, post. What is sidebar actually? What is sidebar? Coding. Sidebar. Oh yeah, sidebar is literally just like. Okay, that makes sense. It just in this photo looks a little. I thought it was the left side of the screen. By library, we mean React provides helpful functions to build UI. It leaves it up to the developer where to use those functions in their application. What is next? Next is a Java framework. Next.js is a React framework that gives you the building blocks to create web applications. By framework, we mean Next.js handles the tooling and configuration needed for React. It provides additional structure. Mine is not working, 12 a.m. and I'm just so tired, but we will keep going. Let me just read this again. Okay, so this is the client side, and there's UI with React, rendering, routing, data fetching on the client side, and it talks to the server with the database, CMS. CMS. Oh. Encoding web development, CMS, content management system is a software that allows you to create, manage, and publish digital content without needing to write or edit raw code. Okay. Okay, I get it. Kind of just, I don't know. Maybe I just immediately think of like, I don't really understand. Supabase, something like that. You can use React to build your UI, then incrementally adopt Next.js features to solve common application requirements, such as routing, data fetching, and caching, all while improving developer and end user experience. Hmm. I see. So whether yeah, rendering user interfaces. To understand how React works, we first need a basic understanding of how browsers interpret your code to create or render user interfaces. When a user visits a web page, the server returns an HTML file to the browser and makes it look like this. HTML, body, div, team, yep, yep, HTML, body, div. Probably should study more about the DOM, but I'm just gonna dive right in. So yeah, the div is like, I just imagine it as its own container. And yeah, I get that. Just layer by layer. The browser then reads the HTML and constructs DOM. Okay. Oh, perfect. Exactly something I can refresh on. What is the DOM? The DOM is an object representation of the HTML elements. It acts as a bridge between your code and the user interface, and it has a tree-like structure with parent and child relationships. Okay, so see, we have the DOM on the left. Yep. Is DOM, it's just a representation, right? It's not actually what happens behind the scenes. You can use DOM methods and JavaScript to listen to user events and manipulate the DOM by selecting, adding, updating, and deleting specific elements in the user interface. So I definitely need to learn how to play. True. chapter 2. How many chapters are there? I'm just gonna skim this in silence. Okay. This is because the HTML represents the initial page content. Sorry, but if you look at the DOM elements inside the browser developer tools, you'll notice DOM includes the H1 element. DOM. I see. Oh, because the DOM is this got created later. Yes. Yes. Because yeah, DOM represents the updated page content. Okay. Yeah, why would anyone build a application like this? With this approach, developers spend a lot of time writing instructions to tell a computer how to do things, but wouldn't it be nice to describe what you want to show and let the computer figure out how to update it to DOM? Imperative versus declarative programming. The code above is a good example of imperative programming. You've written the steps for how the user interface should be updated, but when it comes to building interfaces, a declarative approach is often preferred because it can speed up the development process. Instead of having to write DOM methods, it'd be helpful if developers were able to declare what they want to show. Okay, this is good concepts now. So, um, you go. Okay. React, a declarative UI library. As a developer, you can tell React what you want to happen to the user interface. React will figure out the steps on how to update the DOM on your behalf. Interesting. In the next session, we'll explore how you can get started with React. More declarative. Hawaiian pizza, please. Is this because React is with components, and components like this pineapple pizza are already made? I get it now. Getting started with React. To use React in your newly created project, go to React scripts. What is this? What is this website? React is a core React library. React DOM provides DOM specific methods that enable you to use React with the DOM. Okay. Oh wow, so if you add these two, you just basically do like npm install React and npm React DOM without needing to do that. It's interesting. Oh, is this why? Is this why? Um, is this why we have a export default function? Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, so the app is that div that we made, which is right here, and then the root um, puts this React DOM that we've just installed. And we're creating a root. I guess it's just called root, and we put app, which is this. Oh, sorry, which is this, which gets this. And then if you render, then it will update. It'll add this into div. So I assume, oh, it's JSX. Yeah, but I assume if you had code in here, it would override. That's my question for now. Oh yeah, because this is not .javascript, because that's HTML. Okay. JSX is a syntax extension for JavaScript that allows you to describe your UI in a familiar HTML-like syntax. The nice thing about JSX is that apart from following 3 JSX rules, return a single root element. Yes. So single div, that's why we have a div, because we can only return a single. Empty scatter fragment. Um, close all the tags. And then camel case most things. Oh, I see. That's really cool. Okay. Um, 3 rules of JSX. One is wrap into one. Second one is close tags. I forgot that because it was pretty simple. And third is to camel case. Okay. All right, where are we? But browsers don't understand JSX out of the box, so you need a JavaScript compiler such as Babel. Interesting. Um, do we need Babel though? Okay, so Next.js does this for us, where it has Babel. Cool. Hmm. I probably should Why is there so much? I guess not that much actually. Functions, objects, these are all so easy. I guess I don't know what the structuring is. I don't know what literal is. I do know ternary. Ternary is like the like that, right? And ES models. Ooh. You know, I'm not gonna do that right now. Why do we need to compile your React code? Okay, so I guess there could be to-dos. Okay, bookmark. Um, uh, JavaScript. I'm just going to skim through it, I guess. Yeah, we don't need this right now. We can do that as we go. I'm gonna use the bathroom. It's 37. Still haven't made a button yet. That's kind of crazy. Building UI with components. Right. There are 3 core components of React that you'll need to be familiar with to start building React applications. Hmm. Components, props, and state. This is such a good guide. Oh my god. Okay, user interfaces can be broken down into smaller building blocks called components. Components allow you to build self-contained user. Components allow you to build self-contained, reusable snippets of code. You think of components as Lego bricks. You could take these individual bricks and combine them together to form larger structures. If you need to update a piece of the UI, you can update the specific component or brick. Well, yeah, these are just basically functions. Yeah, that makes sense. Inside the return statement of the function, you can write JSX. A component is a function that returns UI element. Inside the return statement of the function, you can write JSX. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. That's simple. Wait, it's all making sense. It's really cool that like it kind of teaches us everything. Cause I've seen this code before, and I don't really understand it, but yeah, it's the div, which is like the HTML. This is just a function, and this makes it so you can use a React on the DOM on the app, and this just updates with whatever we have in header. Okay, capitalized. Okay, that's good to know. Use the bathroom. Pretty fun. 40 minutes in. I was so close to the computer, so I gotta look back. My eyes. Um, did not hit my activity goals today. Applications usually include more content than a single component. Hopefully, you guys can hear me because I'm far away from a computer, but no one's ever gonna watch this far. Applications usually include more content than a single component. Mm-hmm. But why isn't he? Why are they making this homepage? But sure. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. How do you nest a nav component inside a layout component? Okay, so layout. Yep. So what were the three again? I need to learn components, props, and state. Displaying data of props. So far, if you were to reuse your header component, it will display the same content both times. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's a good question. Yeah. Okay. Um, props. So far it just seems to me that props is like a parameter. Yep. Okay, so arguments. Okay. Using props. In your homepage component, you can pass a custom title prop to the header component, just like you'd pass HTML attributes. Okay, so header. Okay, title. So I guess title is not built in prop. It's just something that, or is it the tag title because it's HTML attribute? Props. Okay. Title React. Okay, it's really cool. Title. Oh, object is so instead of yeah, I can do this. Oh, just literally just making a distinct variable. Oh, so it looks for it looks for title itself, and then it'll interesting. Okay, to React. Maybe I should be following along, but it's kind of fun to read. I mean, this would just also return title too, though. Oh wait, but title is React. So, oh, okay, I see. Sorry, sorry. Yeah. Ah, yeah. So prop side title. Okay. Okay, that's really cool. And since we could make it more explicit by we're using we're deconstructing kind of um and we're looking for a title element. I see. Yeah. Cool React. If if React. Oh, okay. So if there's something, then return itself. If not, the default title. Ah, so I think if title exists. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, ternary is just if title exists, return title, else return title. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Mm. Yeah, it's really cool. So we're mapping each name. Oh, why why are these brackets needed? Okay, sure. Um, okay, Okay, because I mean I can estimate that it's gonna be uh mapping each name to a list, because yeah, that's why are there brackets here. Um, it's something that I should ask AI. Nah. Oh. Um. What? How many chapters are there? Oh my god. All right, so I'm just gonna finish React Foundations. Button. Wait, is our code? Okay. Okay. Yep, unclick. Oops. Sorry. Prevent like okay, I'm getting close. Getting close. This is state. Okay. React has a set of functions called hooks. Hooks allow you to add additional logic such as state to your components. You can think of state as any information in your UI that changes over time, usually triggered by user interaction. Okay, yeah, state's important. To store and increment the number of times a user has liked button. In fact, the React hook used to manage the React hook used to manage state is called useState. Using array destructor. Okay, it seems like array destructuring is pretty important. Equals React useState. Const array. The first item in the array is the state value, which you can name anything. Likes. Oh, I see. Oh, so technically I can just do like, if I can do any variable, then do that variable with a like 0 or 1. That's probably dumb, but you could do that. The second item in the array is a function to update the variable. It's up comment to prefix it with set followed by the name of the state variable you're updating. Set likes. Okay. Well, when was like? Yeah, like is just the word. And then how many likes there are. I see. Finally, you can call your state updater function. Set likes in your homepage component. Set likes is likes plus 1. I gotta use the bathroom. I hope you guys can't hear me eating. Okay, this part's a little confusing, but okay. Okay, I think, I mean, they literally have everything I need to know in this. Okay. Um, Blackjack. Blackjack. Black. Okay. Dash. Okay, definitely have to rename this. But or uh, use state. Yeah. Hmm. I guess this button would change the amount of money we have. Um, no money. Set. Use state. Click. Set. No money equals no money. Right? But no, you have to. It's like a new return. Oh, it returns a button. Click. Yeah. Use the click. Wow. So it took me, I mean, I guess I learned a lot, but it took me 1 hour and 28 minutes to do this. To create a button that has a number on the side. So that's what the bracket's for. It's just visual. So I can literally just do this and change that there. There you go. Okay, so next, um, I'll style this into a button, like a deal. Um, this is, I guess, the tutorial, and then when I click it, it needs to make another number do something, and we have to play blackjack. So yeah, stay tuned for that. It's gonna be, I think it's actually gonna be pretty easy. Um, I learned a lot today. Um, I learned, uh, especially Next is server side, so that's a big one. So I'm gonna learn how to in the future how to um perhaps I should make new folders for these, but so like to make sure I don't make like a million files for each button, right? I guess I won't have that many buttons, but I think I will. Um, so I definitely need a folder for that, but that's pretty cool. And they have to learn how to style. But yeah, I also learned just a lot about React in general. Good memory, good refresh on states, props, and hooks. And this is that's pretty useful. Yeah, Babel, do rules, components, just a lot of things. Um, just a lot of basics. That's pretty useful. DOM, JavaScript DOM. Um, yeah, components are just like the title, doing the title thing. Uh, refresh on itinerary. Well, see you guys.